Good evening, everyone. It's Kenny Bonner. And I know it's been a while since the last time we've talked, but I'm just getting over a nasty little stomach bug, and that kind of put a little delay in plans and how everything's basically was supposed to come together. But, but, I've got an update for y'all. Except you'll notice that we're not in the gym though. No, but it is related to the gym. But hey, look, it's Oreo. Say hi to everyone, Oreo. No? Yeah. And in fact, this is one of those unboxing videos and yeah, face me again. It's one of those unboxing videos for an element of the gym. It's not an important element. It's not even a major element. Because for the most part, the gym is, let's say, about 80% complete. The stuff that I'm using is what I'll be using for a while. But this is more of like an extra effective flourish to go with the gem. And you might want to know, what in the world is he talking about? Oh, you know what? We're not even going to keep you in suspense, people. Talking about, yeah, once you point down like that. Yeah, a Govee lamp. Now, if you're not familiar with the name Govee, they are kind of, well, they develop a lot of smart lights. You know, they have light bulbs. They got a whole bunch of stuff that you can use. But this is a floor lamp called the Lyra. And in fact, if you give me a moment, I shall go and mount the camera on a little tripod and I will show you what the hype is all about. So this is the Govee Lyra Glide RGBIC, and it is a floor lamp, much like the Philips Hue. Yeah, Philips has a version of this stuff. The name escapes me. It's like Cygnus or something like that. But the Philips Hue version is like $250. This is about $120. So, hey, you asked me, which is the better deal? Yeah, you can't see my head, but that's not a bad thing. So, like I said, this is it's a little bit of flourish to add to the room. And it's basically a light tube that goes into a bar. And what we're going to do is we're going to unbox this thing and see what's inside and maybe even put it together. So we're going to come over here. We got stuff spilled all over the place. We got a quick start guide. Yeah, see it? Yeah, there's our quick start guide. And this basically contains everything we need to put our lamp together. So really, these are all the instructions that we got. There's a user manual to show you how the thing actually works. And so we're going to take all that. So I'm going to come in here and we're going to start pulling stuff out. Because these feel like the metal bars. In fact, I believe that's what they are. And what I like is that they were held in with foam, and we get 3 bars. Wow. And I think that this came out, I think this came out of this guy. So we're gonna take him and slide him back in there like that. So next up then is the adapter. Yeah, I know what adapters look like. That goes right there. And here is the remote, the screws, and the metal bar that magnetically attaches to the remote. So I'm gonna put those right there. You know what? It might be a cheap Chinese ripoff of sorts, but you know what? Govee is nice enough to give you a screwdriver. Yeah. I like it when companies do that. So that should not go in the box. The box should go off to the side like that. And that box should go off to the side like, because we still got more stuff. So we got our lamp base, and this is a nice light gray. See that? And so that would actually connect into our power supply. And then we have our actual light strip. So you're going to go, and this is the light strip, and you can now go and take the Philips Hue inspired looking Govee box, because it does look like a Philips Hue box. Put that off to the side. Oh, because my legs have gone to sleep. But this is the light tube, and it is in fact it's a diffused light tube, and it's made of a nice thick rubber. So this is basically all that you get for your lamp. Got everything all nice and laid out. So it's time for us to grab the quick start guide, and we're going to put this thing together and see exactly how this whole thing goes together. So it looks like what we got going on is this is our top. This is the top of the light tube. And basically, you would just take these guys yeah, y'all can't really see that. Well, okay, I'm gonna slide him off, but basically you got 4 screws, and you line up 2 of the holes like that, and then you would take your little screws and you screw them in. So let us find our little screw bag. And yeah, I have no knife, y'all. Well, Actually, I do, but I don't have one under me. But I will grab a pair of scissors and we shall get back to cutting. So there we go. So what we do is we line our little slide up like that. And you get those. So you got 2 screws hanging off and you got 2 screw holes that are lined up. So we just gonna grab some screws. And I wish I had a table. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Oh. No, Govee gets bonus points for this one though. Because they're magnetized. Thank you, Govee. I appreciate that. It's gonna make life a whole lot easier. So I guess you just screw it in like that. Yeah, here's the thing. It appears as though there's really only one way you can screw these in. So I'm gonna grab the base because I want to make sure okay, I get how it goes together now. Okay. So now we're going to take our another tube. And if you look, they're in fact like, let me get that line up. It's actually keyed a particular way. So yeah. And yeah, once again, thank you, Govee, for making this a magnetized screwdriver. Actually, I need to go out to the hardware store eventually and find a... Yeah, they actually do make devices, you know, these little things that you can slide your screwdriver in that will magnetize and demagnetize it. So that's already one part that's assembled. So we're not even gonna waste time going on to the next part. But yeah, we're gonna move back so y'all crazy kids can see this, cause you know what? I will. Basically, all I'm doing is just taking these screws, screwing them in the little screw holes. Yeah, now you can see my face and see me looking up, but and that's it. There's Yeah, I just love the fact that these things are magnetized. So, so I'm gonna take a while because it actually does kind of make a difference which order they go in. So I'm gonna go consult the instructions. Yes, it does. Let me show y'all something real quick before we continue. The order actually does matter in which these little brackets attach. So you got two brackets that are exactly the same. This bracket and this bracket. But you get a third bracket. And this one screws into the base, and the difference that it brings is that you can kind of see it has like two little nuts in there. See those nuts? Yeah. So the nuts would actually be what screws into the base. So, in fact, let us go. Well, what I was going to do was just screw that directly into the base, but that would probably make life a little bit more difficult than it ought need be. We're gonna finish putting these together. Putting our light bar together with our magnetized screwdriver. Yeah, y'all can't. I know y'all can't see this, but it's just basically screwing screws into a hole, and that's it. If you, yeah, like I said, if you look at how it's keyed, and it is keyed a certain way, yes, take it, and with these bolts, there you go, Cameron, focus on that, focus on the bolts. The nuts are going to go into the base, so it goes in with the nuts hanging off. You get your mind out the gutter, because we're not talking about that. So I'm going to screw in this final part. And we're going to come to the part where I believe the sailors so now what we have to do, so we got our lamp assembly put together. We got to get our lamp assembly now to go into our base. And our base is similarly keyed, but what we have to do is make sure we don't get the wire caught up in there. So take the wire. It looks like you can get away with doing it like this. Move back. Take the wire, pull it to the front. Don't pull on it too hard, but just pull it to the front a little bit. And we're going to take this guy, and he just slides right on in. And boom. So we're already at 20 minutes, but that's cool though. That's cool. Oh, oh, oh. Well, are these the right screws that go in here? Actually, no, we have long screws. Wonderful. So, because I don't know where these hands have been at, I shall go and cut this bag open too. So what we got going on is you get this bag that had the long screws in it. And you know what I have done? I have taken all of the long screws and I have spilled them somewhere. Well, that kinda sucks. So I'm gonna go pause the video. I'm gonna find these screws and we're gonna get back to y'all. Well, emergency abated, y'all. I managed to find all 4 long screws, which I will also say that you'll get. This is how thorough Govee is, because you know a lot of times you'll get extra stuff, but they don't tell you that there's extra. Oh, Govee will tell you that there are indeed extra screws. So, you got to take the long screws and they just screw in to the base. I can't hold this up too high, maybe. Y'all can kind of see it. It screws in there like that. And that's it. Ooh, and I like the bottom of this is a nice rubber texture too. So yeah. So that actually was not that bad, but boy, oh boy, are we not done yet. I wish we were, but we're not. Because now what we must do is we have to take our light tube and we have to connect it. Now, the way you connect it so you're going to assume the light tube goes in like that. And for what? And basically, though, you just go red to red. Yeah, let me double check, but I believe it is indeed red to red and blue to blue. So yeah, so you find the red wire on the base and you connect it to the red wire on the light. Okay, so that's plugged in. And now you gotta take, yeah. I'm sorry I did not show that to y'all, but yeah, let me show y'all. Bring this a lot closer. So basically it is indeed just simply red to red and blue to blue on the other side. So yeah. So now what we got to do is we have to gently, without clipping any extra wires, push the light tube. Well, actually, I want to start like as low as I can. So you just work that in there. Huh. Yeah, we gotta gently work these harnesses and the subsequent wires down in there. At least I think that's what you're supposed to do. Huh. Nope. So we have to actually go. Without really going in and like shorting the whole thing out. That would be bad. And I'm gonna go and edit this footage out, but we just you gotta take the wires and you just gotta work them into the base. So there's no point in torturing y'all with that. Oh, got tape on my hand. Yeah, you just go. Oh, I might sit down for this one. Because you have to be careful that you don't like go and like crimp the wires either. You don't want to do that. That would not be a good thing. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go. We're going to try to get this bad boy at the very least starting. Okay. All right, so we got the wires in there, hopefully without crimping though. I'm just gonna go in. So you take the light and it catches into the groove. It's basically just press the light in there. Yeah, y'all can't quite see it, but we're gonna bring this up a bit. That's about the level that I'm at. Yes, take it. Move some Oreo's hair out of the way. And in fact, we're gonna go all the way up to the tippy top, man. Yeah, y'all can't quite see it, but I'm gonna tell you the thing you don't want to do is try to like start from the bottom and like try to work your way up to the top. Cause I'm gonna take, like, I'm looking at it, it ain't gonna work. So I can actually stand up. Let's bring the camera up a little bit so you can see like what I'm going through. Yeah, that's probably like way darker, but that's okay. Got a piece of tape on my finger too. Oh, there we go. This is probably because you have to work this in. All right. So that has been worked all the way in. Yeah. So that's probably the most difficult part of the whole deal. Is trying to get this, well, getting the wire down here. And there is actually a nice little, there's a gap at the bottom. But, you know, there's no gap at the top. So we can go and attach our remote bracket, which flat side faces out, I assume. And boom. You see, now what we get to do is you can now take the remote and just attach it to the back. So hey, we just want to see if it works. And the way you can check that is simple. I actually do have a power plug up here, so yay. Boom, there we go. And you know how the rest of this goes, right? It has a plug, and actually it's just simply a polarized plug, so it just plugs in like that. And I'm getting up, and we're going to just plug this in to the receiver like that. And hey, and y'all can kind of see it, but I'm gonna turn some lights off, and So yeah. And that is actually inserted. So we can go using just the remote and change colors, and this actually a very vibrant light. And I'm just using the remote though. It actually does have an app that you can use. Which will afford you the ability. Yeah. We'll turn that down. And it even has a music mode. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool though. It has a music mode, which is the main reason why I got this. But let's turn that off. And in fact, let's put on a little bit of that warmer light. All right. So, y'all. Now, actually, it makes a pretty nice illumination. Gotta scratch my ear for a second. But, yeah. Like, and in fact, the remote even has like a little ring attachment for it. And it just attaches to the back like that. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to go turn. I'm not going to show you yet what it looks like in the gym. I'm going to show you what it looks like in the gym yacht. But when you're setting this light up, this is not, okay, let me put my face in it. This is not the sort of light where, well, if I'm not in focus, I'm not in focus. Oh, well. But it's not the sort of light where you take this light and you face it into the room. This light, like my two lights back, okay, you can't even see the other one. But like these two lights that are behind the speakers, they're facing the wall. This is how you set this up. You set it up to face, generally speaking, a corner. And, ooh. And that's it. So that's it. This is how you set up and you install the Govee Lyra light. I'm gonna come back with a full review, but right now my camera's complaining about a low battery, so I gotta go, y'all. But I hope y'all found this video helpful. If you do, you know what everyone else does. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, ring that bell, because hey, you know what? You might not want to miss another video when it pops up. All right, y'all have a blessed night.